Amr ibn Shu'aib narrates from his father to his grandfather. He said that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, Muru awladakum bis-salah wa hum abna'u sab'i sineen. Command your children to pray when they're 7 years old. There's a point of note here. 7, according to the Ahlul Ilm, is after the child has completed that period of 7 and they have entered upon 8. That's when it's actually, you say that they are 7 years old. Not when they are from 6 and going on to 7. This is a benefit that we get from Shaykh Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala concerning this particular hadith. But the narration says, command them to perform the salah. And we said, in respect to the salah, this command is not only that you say go and pray and you turn your back, but it implies that we as guardians, we have to teach them the particulars of the prayer so that they might carry out what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made binding on them. And it's an indication that the tarbiyah starts at a young age. That the training starts at a young age. You may come, for example, and you have kids. If you come to the masjid and your kids are home and you don't say nothing to them, there's something wrong with you. You have to make sure that they get up and they perform the prayer. Otherwise, that responsibility is on you. And at this age, you have to first discipline yourself and then discipline them. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, وَضْرِبُهُمْ عَلَيْهَا وَهُمْ أَبْنَاءُ عَشْرٍ. And then you physically reprimand them once they reach 10. Shaykh Uthaymeen, he says in some of the madaris, in some of the schools, people have a real twisted understanding about reprimanding the kids physically. And he says it's a misunderstanding. This hadith says that, points out that there are times when you have to pick up that belt and tan some high. And that some people only understand this particular approach. That what we call the old school. Of course, here in this particular country, the laws are different. Alright? But as a result of those changes in the laws, we've seen a lot of deviation in respect to the character of the kids. And unfortunately, some of the Muslims have gone outside of the context of the prophetic traditions, and adopted this liberal type of approach to the raising of the kids. Where no one is supposed to say anything to your kids. No one can correct them. No one can say anything, and they can talk to an adult the way they want to speak to them. And it's all right. Who's saying along with that? It's not a part of the Sunnah brothers to do that. That is not something we are supposed to do. And then the Prophet ﷺ says, وَفَرِّقُ بَيْنَهُمْ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ, that you separate them at this age 10 in their sleeping quarters. They should not sleep under the same blanket. Whether they be male and male or female and female. Should not be done. These are some of the narrations that we have in terms of protecting ourselves and our families from the fire. And it's only there for our benefit as parents, as responsible people in the community, to protect ourselves and to protect our kids. And the attitude of you minding your own business is an attitude that is on the streets. It has nothing to do with Islam. Everything that a Muslim does outside is your business. Don't you see what Allah says? كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ تَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. You are the best. Why? Because you command what is right and you forbid what is wrong. And you believe in Allah. So that attitude about, it ain't your business, that's if you're coming out of the church or a synagogue. But if you're a Muslim, it's your business. May Allah help us to correct ourselves and our affairs. Okay.